We are talking about the relationship you have with yourself.
Yes.
Because that is where all relationships start.
Absolutely.
Right? So why is that? When you and I sat and talked about relationships and what we want to do, because we're going to talk dating, we're going to talk romantic relationships and all the things everybody wants to talk about.
Yeah.
But you were the one that said, nope, we're not starting there. We need to start with the relationship you have with yourself. Why is that?
Well, I think the relationship with yourself, it determines how every relationship you have is going to play itself out. I mean, that's what we're given in any relationship that we have is the one that we're having with ourselves first.
Isn't that the toughest one, though?
I think it is.
Because I don't know, at least for me, I feel like, well, two things. One, I feel like that was the hardest one for me to be kind in. I feel like it's so much easier to be kind to other people and to be loving to other people. Because you always hear the old adage, you would never say to your children or a friend some of the things that we say to ourselves, the self-talk that we have.
Right, exactly.
Is that why it's such a problem?
You know what? I was meditating on this last night. I was like, why is it having a relationship with yourself is such a hard thing? And just the whole thing about kindness and love is because, first of all, we're not taught to have a relationship with ourselves.
Right. Because even the whole thing of the relationship with yourself sounds a little funny. Like we're not used to hearing that.
No, almost sounds selfish a bit, And when I was meditating on this, I was thinking, okay, what did my parents teach me about how to have a relationship with myself? They did, but did not.
Right.
It's like you teach your children how to have a relationship with themselves by how we have a relationship with our own selves. So with what our parents taught us and on and on.
Well, do you think they model? Because I'm telling you, if my girls have watched the relationship I've had with myself over the years, I'm mean to myself a lot of times, right?
Right.
And the way we talk about ourselves and to ourselves and everything, especially with women, I think we're like, I'm fat, this looks terrible, all this stuff. And we're setting a bad example when we may not feel that way all the time. It's just that sliver or that moment.
Right.
And I think people pick up on that.
People do pick up on that. I know I have 2 boys, but I look at their behavior and I know that is a lot of the relationship I had with myself with them during that time. Here's the great thing about that. That relationship can change. And when that relationship changes with you, it changes with everybody else around you. And so I think that's why it's so important to kind of focus on the relationship you're having with yourself. Kind of like explore it. And I did that. I think I really started focusing on this in my 30s.
Yeah, but that seems late to me. I didn't start focusing on it until probably my 40s.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe late 40s. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I probably didn't start focusing on that. It was 40s, but it was after I got divorced.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I feel like for so many of us, we, especially that are moms, we spend a lot of our time taking care and pouring out to everybody else.
Yeah.
And it I don't want to say diminishes because that's such a strong word, but it takes away. We don't really get to be the people that we're trying to be.
Right. No, I totally understand that. I mean, as I was saying, when I was meditating on this, I thought about when I was a kid and the things my parents would say to me. Like, were you nice? Were you kind?
Yeah.
Did you, were you giving? Did you give them a hug? Give them a hug. It's like, it was always about
the other person.
How I was with someone else versus how I was with myself. Are you being kind to yourself? Are you taking time out to rest or to take care? It was always about my relationship with someone else, or either my relationship with that person, like my parents or my teacher or an adult, but not my relationship with myself.